AIS Play รวมความบันเทิงคุณภาพเปิดความสนุกทุกที่ทุกเวลา
This matchup is very crucial for two reasons. One, because you want to advance, you want to make your country proud. You don't want to be eliminated before anything. And the second reason is because if you win this next matchup, you are going to be guaranteed a medal slot.
Yeah. So this is such an important match for these players right now, and LCOP has had quite an adventure here today. He did lose to Benza Rydell, who is the first grand finalist we have in the first round. Then he took victories over LCOP, or over AM, then Aaron, and now he's up against Jin Kazuma in this lower bracket semifinals.
Yeah, the lower bracket semifinals, and this is where it gets really interesting. You got Lycop, Jin Kazama, and India versus People's Republic of China. And here is Jin Kazama from India. Trophy high is 5,181. Favorite cards are Minor, Poison, and Inferno Dragon.
Yep, that very control-oriented favorite card list from Jin Kazama, and a very variety list of favorite cards from LCOP. We have seen both of these players today. We have seen them bring out some insane decks that they have used just phenomenally.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal decks from both of these players. And I'm excited to see what Jin really brings out in this next matchup. I mean, and I'm also excited to see what the bans are, because the bans, we haven't seen really Royal Hog since they ran rampant over everybody, you know what I mean? Now we've seen them being banned almost every time. The only time where they really weren't banned was the Lycop Aaron matchup, because they knew each other so well that it was targeted bans. That was a Mega Minion and Inferno Dragon that were banned in that matchup because they didn't, want to really deal with anything as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, they knew exactly what each other were, so here we go. Jin Kazama banning the Battle Ram.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's the
first time, right?
First Battle Ram ban of the day, and then LCOP banning that Minor. This is the third or fourth time we've seen Minor banned today.
Yeah, and I think players want to take out the control element of the Minor. I mean, Minor is so versatile right now. You can run Giant Minor, you can run P.E.K.K.A. Minor, you can run MK Minor, you can run Lava Hound Minor. There's just so many uses where you can use Minor. You can use Minor Control, without a, big beatdown heavy card. You can pretty much use Minor in almost any scenario. That is no longer going to be on the field in this matchup in Battle Ram. One of the cards that we've been seeing a lot today in a lot of bridge spam variant decks, and I think Jin knows that LCOP runs these quick cycle decks, to where let me just take it out, no problem. I don't want to deal with a Battle Ram, but it is the first time we're seeing that ban today.
Yeah, and Minor has been banned 4 times today. It has been banned 3 times against Jin Kazama, and this is Jin's third match of the day. We see Hunter coming down to defend against the Hog. Hog's only going to get 1 shot on the left-hand side, and LCOP set himself up for a counter push here from the Royal Hogs on the left-hand and right-hand side.
Right here they are. They're going to be going right for the Tombstone, and then they're going to split. Royal Hogs getting a little bit of damage here. Hunter in the back going hunting, but the Valkyrie takes it out.
Yeah, so I think LCOP is going to be running 2 Musketeers with this Royal Hogs Hunter deck, and Jin Kazama has a Hog Rider, obviously.
Yeah, Jin with this Hog Rider variant deck with the Magic Archer. Here comes the Inferno Dragon. Inferno Dragon going to heat up and take care of that, but the 3 Musketeers are on the field.
Yeah, here comes a Hog Rider trying to pressure hard on this left-hand side. Skeletons are going to come down. Zap comes in, the Inferno Dragon gets kited by the Ice Golem.
Yeah, right into the double Musketeers on the right-hand side. Two Muskies. Let's see if they're going to put any pressure on the field. Fireball comes in on the right-hand side, going to let this Musketeer die on the left. But here come the Piggies on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Jin Kazuma does not have enough elixir to drop a Valkyrie. He might get enough now, but it looks like he's just going to take this damage and drop a Magic Archer to defend. But a ton of damage coming out on the right-hand side, bringing that tower to triple digits.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the deck that used to have, you know, Hog in it really for Elsiop. You know, he kind of switched it up a little bit and changed a couple of cards. That 3 Musketeer deck that we saw a lot of with the Hog Rider, with the Hunter, you know, he made some changes, and now the Royal Hogs are in the deck. But here comes another Hog Rider coming to the left-hand side, but only getting 1 shot.
Yeah, great split from Elsiop, and a 3-1 split on these Royal Piggies, and the Hogs going to the left-hand side. Fireball's going to connect.
Oh, no, but it doesn't hit the Musketeer.
Oh, huge misplay right there. Elsiop is going to take the tower with 30 seconds remaining.
Oh no, Jin is in a lot of trouble right now. Here comes the Hog Rider on the left-hand lane, and this Hunter is going hunting. Log as well, and the Hog Rider gets nada.
Wow, great defense from Elsiop right now, and the Inferno Drag's slowly going to come down that right-hand side, but with 10 seconds left, Elsiop is going to take the victory in game number 1.
Yeah, there's just not much you can do about this. Elsiop just played this absolutely perfectly, and he is going to be the winner of game number 1. And now, you know, the momentum is in his side. He's looking pretty good. Now, that was a pretty dominating game number 1. He never was really in a situation where, you know, he was in danger of losing that. I think that deck was a very strong deck, and I think now that Royal Hogs got snuck in and snuck through, and he's not playing somebody like Aaron, you know, that knows all of his probably Royal Hog decks, and they practice them together, I think he's really going to unleash the beast. I think he's going to, you know, take the Piggies out for a stroll, and I think they're going to be played a lot more like you saw. I mean, you can roll 3-1, you know, 2-2. You can play them in so many different ways, and I think they are one of the most versatile cards in the game, and that is why they are a top tier card right now.
Yeah, you know, I gotta tell you, every time I try to split the Royal Hogs 3-1, it never works.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it.
You can't do it? Oh, no!
But that's why I'm up here and not down there.
Hey, I mean, the view's pretty good from up here, though.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The stage is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely phenomenal. But, I mean, this game right here, right now, China, India, who is going to have their country advance into a middle stage of this tournament, in of the bracket. I mean, they've been competing long hours, all day. I mean, these competitors have been competing for at least, well, what is it now, 10 hours in this grueling tournament just to get to this stage. And, I mean, fatigue's got to be kicking in.
Oh yeah, these players have been up here. They've been planning their strategy. They've been playing the games. Like, the games are 3 to 6 minutes long, but you have to assume that it's more than just those 3 to 6 minutes. There's way more into these games than that. So, you know, like, not only is it the game time, it's the time in between that they sit down with their coaches, with their analysts, and figure out what is the best deck for me to run and how can I win for my country.
Absolutely. Lycom with his first victory already up 1-0. Elsiop is in prime position here. Let's see if Jin can get this game number 2 back in his favor, kind of swing the momentum, and then get it going. And I'm excited to see what he brings out in game number 2.
Yeah, so here we go. The game is underway. This is going to be intense for both of these players. The winner of this will move on to a medal contention match.
And here we go, Elsiop and Jin. Going out. Lava Hound coming out from Elsiop here. This is a very, very interesting situation. Do you think it's going to be Lava Loon? Do you think it's going to be a minor with those Lava Hound? Well, there is no minor, so.
It's got to be Lava Loon, yeah.
All right, here comes the Lava Hound on the right-hand side, just losing it along. This Valkyrie isn't really going to get too much value. Is there going to be a fireball on these Zappies? That's the question. Minions coming out here. Zap and Minions, but Wow, the Zappies are still alive, and they are doing a ton of work.
Valkyrie comes down to defend this left-hand side. Magic Archer coming down from Jin Kazuma to defend against this Lava Hound.
Here comes a fireball on the right-hand lane. Oh, it missed the Zappy as the Zappy takes 2 little steps forward. It might move slow, but it just moved enough. Shake and bake.
He just rolls out of the way of that fireball.
All right, here we go. We got the piggies on the right-hand side, and they're going to be going right for the tower. One pig goes right for the tower. It says hello, and there's a zap right there to clear out the skeletons, and the pigs just continuing to get so much value.
700 damage on that right-hand side just from the pigs, and that was what we were talking about much earlier on, was the fact that if you place the building a little too late, one pig is going to run to the tower while the other ones are going to focus onto the defensive structure. So if you don't get that down in time, you're going to get a lot of chip damage on your tower.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes a Lava Hound down on the right-hand side. Slowly going in. Here comes a roll. Go sneaking through. And gonna get the connection here. Piggy's on the left-hand side, continuing this double rain pressure. The Valkyrie just getting stopped by the Zappy, and the Hogs are doing so much work.
Yeah, the Zappy was focused onto the Valkyrie, and the Valkyrie was focused onto one hog at a time. If you play the Valkyrie too far up, it's going to do that to you, but the balloon is getting shut down from these Zappies.
Yeah, the death damage is the only thing that's going to get here. Is it going to be enough? That's the question. No is the answer. Once again, Royal Hogs on the left-hand side. Magic Archer trying to get the work done.
Oh, Magic Archer almost got that chip shot onto the tower, wasn't quite in range. Mega Minion focuses onto the Zappy, stays alive. Here comes a Rogo sneaking through. LCL might have to let this tower go, but he's going to drop a Valkyrie instead. Zappies are going to get played on the left-hand side. Jin Kazma's going all in on this left-hand side. The balloon takes it. The Zappies will not be enough.
Fireball.
The Hogs don't have enough time, and LCL takes game number 2.
Well played from Elsiop right there. Just was able to cycle to what he needed to do. Got the balloons, got the pressure, and was able to really press the advantage that he had in that game. Jin played it amazingly in the beginning, had it under control, just was not able to finish. And Elsiop getting that balloon into prime position, Lava Hound doing a ton of damage when able to get the game right there. Well played from Elsiop. He is now going to be up 2-0 and 1 game away from moving on to another contention.
Yeah, and I think one thing that stands out was the fact that Jin Kazma did not have very many air counters to a lava loop. I mean, obviously that's something you can't fully predict, but I feel like creating a deck revolves around having potentials to counter everything. Like, obviously you can't hard counter everything, you can't counter everything perfectly, but you can try your best to try to get as many counters as you possibly can. And in that deck, the only air counters he had were Magic Archer, Zappies.
Yeah, absolutely. Magic Archer and Zappies, just not enough anti-air to deal with a Lava Hound, to deal with a balloon. And it's kind of one of those situations where balloon just isn't very prevalent. So if you can sneak a Lava Hound game in there, you know, and get a victory, that's huge. And he just did that right there. You know, the lack of anti-air unfortunately cost him that game. And yes, that is one of the strongest decks in the game with the Valkyrie and the Royal Hogs and the Zappies and the Magic Archer. The only problem is it's very weak versus air.
Yeah, and LCF took advantage of that, and he just made it work. That's why he's been winning his matches. He did fall very early on to Benzer Rydell, who was waiting for his opponent in the grand finals, but Elsiop has been dominating since then. He 3-0s Aaron. He's up 2-0 against Jin Kazma. The next player that could potentially stand in his way is Legend, but he is focused on this next game to get to Legend.
Yeah, and he is just waiting and hoping that he is going to be able to win this matchup. Jin figuring out what is his next move, what is his next deck to get back into this series. And it all starts in game number 3 if he's able to get a win on the board and then start the slow comeback.
Yeah, his back is against the wall. It's do or die for Jin Kazama right now. He has to win this game to keep his hopes alive and the hopes of India alive in the Asian Games 2018 esports demonstration event.
All right, Royale's gonna continue to just smack this tower to start off the game. Magic Archer on the left-hand side, and it looks like we might be seeing the exact same matchup.
Yep, Magic Archer from Jin Kazama. Here come the piggies on the right-hand side. Lava Hound going through on the left. Valkyrie able to defend against these hogs fairly well. That's a great positioning on to the Royal Hogs. Only receives about 400 damage, and that's probably about the best you could do with the Valkyrie counter.
Yeah, and the Magic Archer gets taken out right there before the pressure comes in, and the Valkyrie on the right-hand side, and the balloon's going to be shaken right to the tower.
Yeah, one Zappy is going to come in contention with that. Fireball is out of rotation. Zap's going to come down. One strike from the balloon. With the Zap coming in, gets the second drop just in time. What a Zap from LCOP.
Beautiful Zap right there, knowing that if he was able to Zap, he would be able to get off that second connection. Royal Hogs coming in right now, not going to be able to do enough, as they're going to be taken down, and LCOP in complete control of this game.
Yeah, even on Elixir right now are both players. So a little bit of a board reset right here, but LCOP has a 1,000 HP advantage with 1:20 left.
And here comes a Royal Ghost on the right-hand side. Valkyrie coming out as well just to be able to shut it down.
Magic Archer coming down a little bit early from Jin Kazama, not in range of the tower. He could have got some pretty decent splash damage from the Magic Archer. But Zap keeps it alive. We'll see what he can do.
All right, here we go. Once again, another Lava Hound is cycled here. This is going to be Piggies on the left-hand side with a Royal Ghost. The Tombstone coming down is going to be taking quick work of this. Valkyrie is going to be spinning to win here, as the Lava Hound is going to be connecting once again to the tower, just doing a little bit of chip damage, and now there's going to be a balloon split on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Tombstone is going to aggro the balloon. Fireball comes down for the Zappies. Tombstone does pull the balloon, but the balloon is very healthy with the Zappy focus onto the Lava Hound. Valkyrie coming down, not going to do much. The Lava Pups are able to take the tower on the right-hand side. Balloon connects on the left-hand side. Royal Piggies coming through to split. Valkyrie not able to defend against these Royal Hogs right now. It's on the opposite side of the river. LCOP is up 2 towers with 10 seconds left.
And it's not looking good at all for Jin. LCOP with a dominating performance here in this game, and he is going to be able to win 3-0. He's going to be moving on.
So he will move on to play Legend. We will have People's Republic of China going up against Vietnam in the bronze medal match.
I am excited to see what is going to go down in this bronze medal match. I mean, you got two Goliaths going at it versus each other. I mean, Legend said that this is the person that he thought was going to be the best player in this tournament, and they're going to have to be meeting to get to, the winner's bracket, championship in the finals, because ROYALE is waiting for whoever comes out of the losers bracket.
AIS Play รวมความบันเทิงคุณภาพ เปิดความสนุกทุกที่ทุกเวลา